Talk to me. Fight coming up, seem confident. How sweet would it be if you were to get in the ring and knock him out after 30 seconds?
I don't know about how happy I'll be after 30 seconds. I'd like to punish him for a few rounds, maybe. If I go out there and knock him out, it'd be a bit of an anti-climax. I know the worldwide crowd is going to be huge. It's going to be a 22,000 sellout, no questions asked. So 30 seconds will be a bit quick. I wouldn't mind dragging it out for 4 or 5 rounds, just punishing him, embarrassing him, humiliating him, then knocking him out.
Is that the extent of the needle between you? I mean, obviously.
I want to embarrass him. I want to outman him in every department. I want to outspeed him. I want to outpunch him. I'm just going to break him down, dissect him like a doctor.
You're not disappointed then that the friendship you had is deteriorating?
I'm that fussed. If I was still friendly with him, I probably wouldn't fight him, to be honest. Because why would I want to damage a friend so violently like I want to damage? I wouldn't fight him. But the fact that it's gone this way, maybe he's getting a bit of a payday out of it. Maybe it's going to be a humiliating, one-sided battering.
Why has it deteriorated so much?
Because he's hating. He's hated what I've achieved. He doesn't accept what I've done. Is very good. I've achieved my goals. I've said what I'm going to do from the start, and I've put it into practice. And I'm the heavyweight champion of the world, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world. What has he achieved? He won a vacant European title. That's it. I won a European title off of someone who was a European champion for 10 years. I did that by knocking him out in the first round with the first right hand. Who did he fight? Michael Sprott, who was losing to, and only knocked him out in the last round. If you look at our results, you'll see that there's only going to be one winner.
A lot of people think that you haven't really got anything to gain from this fight because if you win, you're expected to win.
There's been many champions over the years who have fought guys who they're expected to win. Most of Roy Jones's career, most of Nassim Mohammed, most of all the great fighters, they're expected to win their fights. They're not expected to have a life and death fight every time. And if I was having life and death fights all the time, I probably wouldn't be as good. I wouldn't be as good as that. I like the fact that people expect me to win because they rate me highly.
What in the Audley Harrison armoury have you got to look out for?
You look after his left hand. He's got a big left hand that if you hang your chin out and let him hit it, he can do some damage. But I'm not going to let him. I'm not going to give him my chin. I never give anybody my chin. So unless I do something crazy, which I'm not going to do, which I never do in fights, I don't get hit with silly shots that I shouldn't get hit with in fights. I practice. I study my opponents, and he's not going to be prepared.
You studied him obviously at closer quarters than most because you used to spar together. Is that how you know about the left hand?
I know by watching him on tape. I know by being in the ring with him physically. What he's like. I know what his breathing is like. I know how he paces himself. I know what he does mentally, physically. I know his little signs when he's tired or how he's trying to. I know everything about him, and I'm just going to exploit that.
A bit like a book you've read before.
Listen, I've read it so many times. But the moment when I was looking at a book, many years ago, I was looking at it as from his corner, looking at telling him things what he needs to do to try to improve. And he's never took on board any of my suggestions, and he's lost fights in that. But even if he does take on board what I've told him, it's still not going to be enough.
Too late, yeah?
Too late. Day late, dollar short.
Those who are belittling the fight, saying it's a little more than a domestic tear-out, not going to capture the attention of the global audience.
Yeah.
How do you respond to that?
I agree. It won't capture too much of the global audience because Audley isn't a big fighter worldwide. He hasn't done anything to achieve it, to demand any worldwide audience. I have. I think my fans worldwide are going to tune into this fight because once they hear some of the quotes that this crazy man's been saying, they're going to be interested in it. But domestically, this sort of eclipses anything that I've done before.
Good luck to that, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man.